personally like to say a big thank you to Ted and Jez. Anyone who knows me knows that I sometimes do find it quite challenging to get the names of people, more specifically bands, right with names. Therefore, the combination of two names, each with only 3 letters, one of which is the same, is a blessing for me. Surnames, however, forget it. So as you may know, Jez and Ted were married late last year in America, where their US families and friends attended. Today, they have asked you all to this beautifully decorated place to help them celebrate and rejoice as their family over here. A family that has already taken Jez to their hearts, and is actively doing so with Ted, now that he has joined them. We've got visitors from all over the world, from England, Ireland, Scotland, Yorkshire, as well as friends from the US. And I would urge that if you don't know someone, then please, throughout the day, get to know them in whichever way you see fit.
In bed.
Within reason, obviously. So thanks again for joining us on this special day. It is a day filled with great historical significance that has a lot of relevance to us here today. For instance, on this day in 1892, the Pledge of Allegiance was first recited. Stay with me. In 1966, the first series of Star Trek debuted on American television. Also, back in 1888, the first 6 Football League matches were played in England. Back then, little would the players of Accrington, Preston North End, and West Bromwich Albion know that following in their footsteps one day would be the glorious Sisters of Real Gothic FC. Delicate, dainty, and sensibly dressed are not words I've ever heard people use to describe them. Driven, yes. Drunk, probably. And definitely the most important one, undefeated. Yes! These are the only words that I can use for this team, of which Jez is a member, and that does them justice. This day is also the birthday of some famous musicians. Patsy Cline, famous for her song Crazy, was born on this day in 1932. For those of you who prefer your music a bit more electronic, Frank Tovey, the lead singer of Fad Gadget, was born on this day in 1956. Last of all, Alicia Beth Moore was born on this day in 1979, although you'll all probably know her by her stage name, Pink. So the next time either of you reach for the remote control in order to put Star Trek on, or simply to switch Pink off, remember this day, smile, and then change the channel. The reason I picked out birthdays of musicians is that when I discussed this ceremony with Ted and Jez, music came up on more than one occasion, and I know it has played a large part in their lives. Indeed, many of the assembled throng have been in or are involved in music through DJing, promoting, playing in a band, or supporting it, as Jez has done through the years, showing an admirable devotion to many, many, many groups. I'm not saying she's your run-of-the-mill groupie, but to call her just a fan would definitely do her an injustice.
And I'm a band boy.
You said it. But back to the music. I would imagine the groups we discussed are quite popular with everyone here. The Smiths, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees. Not only does this show Jez and Ted's great taste in alternative music, it also dates them quite well. In case anyone was wondering. But in thinking about their relationship, I wondered if there were any songs that we could look at to see how well they matched Ted and Jez's own life. So at the beginning of their acquaintance, some years ago, I could imagine Susie's She's a Carnival going round Ted's mind when he first laid eyes on her. Jez, meanwhile, might have had This Charming Man playing in hers. This would be swiftly followed with The Cure's A Night Like This, and most probably Screw. The first chapter might have ended with the Smiths, Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others, and then Big Mouth strikes again. And that could have been the end for them. Thankfully it wasn't, and we can see their rekindled love bopping away to Just Like Heaven, close to me in how beautiful you are, before reaching this stage of the relationship with you've got everything now, and finally, happy house. Please try and hold off. Heaven knows I'm miserable now for as long as So to talk about our lovely couple. Jez and Ted first met about 20 years ago, back when they were younger. She was all dark, vampy glamour, with a streak of rebellion never far away. He was all ripped jeans, bare chest, and leather jacket. For all intents and purpose, an alternative member of New Kids on the Block.
Bastard. Well, he just stole my job.
It could never be. It was a couple of years ago that they bumped into each other again and rekindled their love. They'd managed to survive what I'm sure felt like a lifetime in their long-distance relationship. Thankfully, we've all been kept right up to date with the exact number of days, and more importantly, nights. What we would do without Jez's updates, apart from maybe sleep ourselves. So they've been living together now for a while, which is no mean feat when you consider how Jez likes her house to be in a certain way. In fact, if you ever visit Jez and Ted and you start to wonder how well they're getting on, all you need to do is have a look around. And I don't mean to see what type of furniture they have, or whether there are his and her egg cups in the cupboards, although these things are very important to them. I mean, look at the details. Start off with the kitchen. If there are empty crisp packets lying about, then clearly Ted has asserted himself there. Either that or Jez is important. Now make your way to the bedroom. Don't worry about knocking before going in. If there's anything happening, you've been able to hear it in the streets. That's if you remember to shut the door this time. But all you're looking to see is how the bed is made. If there are hospital corners, then we know Jez is either winning or she's having to make the bed all the time. So as you can tell, the key to this married life is teamwork. Ted provides a puzzle, and Jez provides a solution. Together they work through any little debates and come out the other side a stronger couple. The one thing that really struck me about the pair of them was that in the midst of all the excitement about the wedding, how it was being planned and what would happen, there was a second when they both looked at each other and shared a moment that only couples who know each other really well can have. That shared moment when you realise that all of the background noise, the pub, the club, life itself, the two of you are thinking exactly the same thing. That's what you always need to keep hold of throughout the ups and downs of your married life. And I'm sure, in fact we're all sure, you will. Now, Jez and Ted are going to declare their love for each other by saying some vows, which they haven't heard yet. Jez.
The one ring that rules them all.
Jez, if you could repeat after me. I want to let you know what I was going through. The time we were apart.
Stop laughing. You're gonna cry.
I thought of you. You were in my heart. My love never changed. I still feel the same. Ted, you can repeat after me. I want to tell you. I want to tell you. I was feeling that way too. And if dreams were wings, you know I would have flown to you. To be where you are, no matter how far. And now that I'm next to you. I'm going to get this, but you're going to have to see. Jez. No more dreaming about tomorrow.
From my tears. What?
No more dreaming about tomorrow. Forget the loneliness and the sorrow. I've got to say, it's all because of you. Now, if you could join hands for me, please. look into each other's eyes, and both of you repeat after me. And now we're back together.
Cry.
He's
Together.
great. I'm lush. He's so good.
Right, together. And now we're back together.
We're back together.
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 I want to show you
I want to show you
my heart is still so true.
how it is so true.
And all the love I have
And all I have
is especially for you.
is especially for you.
And now for the exchanging of the rings, and they can be brought up. Ted, you're going to go first. So, repeat after me. Though the bling in this ring may not always shine,
May not always shine.
my love burns brighter than ever.
My love burns brighter than ever.
Go with me hand in hand
Go with me hand in hand
to the end of our time
to the end of time
as our journey gets better and better.
as our journey gets better and
Yeah. Should be. Jess, back to me. I give you this ring, and with it my love, my time, my patience, and care. I'll be by your side for the whole of this ride. For you are my one little pair. Now, all that's left for me is to say congratulations to you both, wish you the happiest lives together, and ask everyone to give Ted and Jess a massive cheer. Then, as Alicia Beth Moore, aka Pink, would say, let's get the party started.